9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
I always have to because it's a beach themed and it is Wednesday. Your Timeless Elite has been transferred to the let me fix up my camera. Fix up to the beach because this is beach break. And I'm very excited to be on the beach, have my shades on. Always have to make sure I get a cocktail in between, but also happy to spend with all of you on this Wednesday edition. And we do have Kenny Omega, and he's really talking about his big match happening tonight against MJF. Stipulation is if Kenny Omega does lose, he can never challenge for the AEW World Title again. So unfortunately, that is a bit of a blow. But we also do have some matches. We have Chris Jericho taking on Tommaso Ciampa. We have the Women's Casino Gauntlet, where the winner will face off against Tekla at AEW Redemption. We also have the AEW International Championship, Konosuke Takeshita taking on Kyle Fletcher. And also, I just saw this because it looks like it's a bonus match added. It was a bonus match added. It's actually a tag team match. The unlikely tag team of Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley taking on Ring of Honor's The Workhorsemen. And we're also going to hear from Mick Foley. He's going to have a special interview. Not sure what he does, but look at that. Look at that. This is at an actual beach, by the way, too. Crazy. At an actual beach in Clearwater, Florida. And I will say, I don't know whoever said it, but this was like so attention to detail. Because that's what we've been wanting when they do themes. Like when we wanted to do a theme for Superman, when we wanted to do one when they did Spring Breakthrough, or even Beach Break a couple years ago. I'm just so happy that it's so attentive to detail. And we're just going to kick it off with Tommaso Ciampa and Chris Jericho. Got to start off hot. Here comes the Psycho Killer. I'm just in awe of the beach set. I think this is Clearwater, Florida. This is like a scenery. This attention to detail. This is like so cool. And I loved it when they did the Fairway to Hell theme where it was at an actual golf course. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Boza. Shout out to Jeff Metterling. Shout out to Eddie Foster for joining in the chat. I'm excited. I can't believe all the details on this because we are on the road to Wembley Stadium. Of course, I have my shades on. I played you a little bit of Weezer, Island in the Sun, and I have my own cocktail with me. So I will be enjoying this beach break edition. Nice and cold, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, I'm very excited. This is like Bash. Yeah, kind of in a way with WCW Bash at the beach, but I'm very excited. And I'm very excited, especially interviewing Foley. Very curious who's he going to interview. But you're hanging out with me, your Timeless Elite for Timeless Elite Wednesday. Obviously, of course, if you did see WWT Live, Seth tried to do it, but he has to know that I am the reigning queen of Wednesdays. It's Timeless Elite Wednesdays, and it's kind of crazy. August will be 2 years since I've joined WWT, and I've been doing this. So there's always a time and place that I put them in check. So, but tonight, we're at the beach. We're enjoying beach break. Tommaso Ciampa's waiting for Chris Jericho, but Jericho outsmarted him. He's outside the ring. He outsmarted. Oh, look at Justin Roberts. He's in beach clothes. I love that instead of a suit, which actually makes a lot of sense. And I love that they're keeping the beach theme. But here we go. Tommaso Ciampa, Chris Jericho, one-on-one. It's finally here. They've been building this up for the last couple of weeks. Feel free. Oh, please. Well, I did see that. Try to, Boza, but you have to know I'm the queen of Wednesdays. So, queen of Wednesdays. And Mercedes is going to be on the card. Relax. She's going to be on the card. She has a shot at Wembley Stadium. What more do you want? I'm pretty sure they're playing Judas. Shout out to Roland Bird in the chat. But yeah, this is the thing that we want. I just can't believe it. Oh, somebody has a WCW Monday Jericho shirt. If you remember when Jericho was on there, he has a t-shirt from WCW and somebody's wearing it. That's a true OG Chris Jericho fan right there. They're singing Judas. Yep, Judas in my mind. I become. Judas in my mind. Well, that's Zed's loss. But for me, I always do it. But that's Zed's loss, by the way, because me, I'm the queen of Wednesdays, and I be supportive of everybody. Even though some of my favorite people are not on the card, gotta support everybody from AEW. Gotta support everybody. I mean, obviously, of course, I didn't see my gals, the Brawling Birds, Jamie Hayter, Alex Windsor, of course, my lady, the woman that got me into AEW, Toni Storm. She's out for the rest of the year. But I still have my guy, Orange Cassidy. I still have my guys, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster, even though Caster's wrestling in the independent scene, which is fine. Get to see Anthony kind of transition a bit on not just Collision, but also seeing him step in Ring of Honor, which is really cool. And I'm also laughing at the tweets that are on TV. I'm laughing that they're showing tweets. And oh boy, did somebody get... Ciampa already got busted wide open. Oh my God. And I'll let... Oh, stop. There are other wrestlers on tonight, and I like Courtney. Oh, Jeff Mutterly, you can still enjoy the show. You can still enjoy it. I mean, even though Mercedes not there every week, there's a lot of other stars that you can enjoy. And Jericho doing vintage Jericho. Oh my goodness. And look, Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, and Ted, they're all in beach clothes, which I love. Keep the beach theme. 8-bit Hall of Fame. That's hilarious. Shout out to Jeffrey in the chat. Oh my God. I just love this whole theme of the beach. That's what we've been asking for. If they're going to do themes, at least get into the theme, because that's what I wanted when they did Superman. That's what I wanted when they did Superman last year, and when they did Spring Breakthrough. And hopefully we get to see it, because I know I think it's this weekend, they're going to be at a baseball field. So that's going to be pretty cool, because they're going to be with the Minnesota Twins. And I'm very excited for that. And I think that's going to be cool. I know I wanted to play this for Summer Blockbuster, but it's a learning process. It's a learning curve and progress, and I'm very excited. Kick by Christian. Yes, so I'm very excited on that. But feel free to put in the chat, because I think some people pick Jericho, but feel free who you got winning this match. You got Ciampa winning this? Do you have Jericho winning this? You think there's going to be a lot of shenanigans, or do you think it's going to be probably anybody? This reminds me of Jeffrey, that is so true. Actually, not BET Spring Bling. You remember when MTV aired Spring Break, and almost all of the biggest stars appeared on Spring Break? That's what it reminds me of a little bit. Because if you watch some of the footage from back in like the 90s and early 2000s, oh my God, that is funny. And also, Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor is coming to my neck of the woods in Philadelphia. And I'm very excited, because this is the second year they're going to do it. I was very honored to do media for them last year. And I am hoping that we get to do media again, because it was really awesome. Asking Athena a question. I didn't even post it, but I may do a throwback post when it gets closer to Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor. But I'm very excited. And also AEW All Out Saturday, September 26th. It'll be back in Chicago. Also, with the fact, too, you got to remember that AEW will be switching their pay-per-views on Saturday, because Mr. Bossman is going to be working Sundays, because the Jaguars will be back in football season. So it'll be a relief that I'll be back on Saturdays, which I don't have a problem with, because I get extra sleep on a Sunday. I get extra sleep, and I get to focus on football on Sundays. So that's pretty cool. All right, what's Jericho going to do here? He's trying to suplex Ciampa, but Ciampa's blocking him. Ooh, I know that steel post has to hurt. I hope everybody had a wonderful week so far. It is Wednesday. It's hump day. I know everybody's getting ready for the week. Oh, face first on the Chris Jericho, hitting that steel. There's a reason why Ciampa is a psycho killer and giving himself a pat on the back. And they're showing the replay again for you to see it. Oh my goodness. Jericho just ate like steel. But like I said, I'm just going to be talking about... He's kissing that man's shiny bald head. That man is going to enjoy the rest of his... that man is going to enjoy that moment for the rest of his life. God bless that man's soul. Kiss... Oh, and Jericho's already busted open. See, Jeff Metterling, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is a legend. You'd be very surprised how to this day people say they are still influenced by him. Even up in Canada after he came in. Because if without him, you wouldn't get guys like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, CM Punk, many others. And The Miz. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, well, that is true. We're coming back from the 4th of July over the weekend and having 3 days of work. But, you know, I think everybody's waiting for the weekend to come this weekend. And it feels nice because get a little breather. Nothing too crazy because I know the last couple of weeks with wrestling has been a little bit hectic. But at least it gives a cool relief because Saturday we got Collision. It's back to its normal time. And I believe there's probably going to be more AAA action, which... I think we're going to be doing a lot of coverage on this weekend, but we are on picture-in-picture with Beach Break. I'm watching this on cable, so I'm getting this live, but Jericho is busted open on this. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I'm excited with you. I'm going to the beach. I mean, come on. I have to dress in beach clothes. This is insanity. I'm happy to spend time with all of you. Heading to the beach. Get your sunblock, your margaritas, your tans, or whatever. I know, blood in 13 minutes. 13 minutes in already, but I'm pretty sure it won't be the last time we see any blood. I'm pretty sure we'll probably see it later on in the show. But as I said, we do have a stock card happening tonight. And I did say this, that I think Hangman may make an appearance. I think Hangman may screw MJF. Because we haven't seen Hangman in a while. And I've been hearing a lot of people mention Hangman the last couple weeks. I got to get my swimsuit ready. Like, get your swimsuit, suntan, sunblock, everything. It's going to be a good night because we're heading to the beach for Beach Break. And I kind of like it. And Jeff Erling, you did talk about Willow Nightingale because they did do a vignette video of her rehabbing. And she did talk about that. She won the Owen Hart Cup tournament, but she didn't get the chance to wrestle, unfortunately, because of injury. So I think there may be something brewing within the AEW women's title picture because it's a possibility Tekla may not make it to Wembley Stadium. We may not. Got to take... I know. Yes, Jeffrey, make sure to cool off because I know right here we're taking a little bit of relief from this heat wave from over the weekend. But make sure to take some relief off. Stay cool in cool places. Drink lots of water. Also, I know we're going to be getting thunderstorms in the next couple days. So please make sure to pack an umbrella with you, pack a jacket, anything else to keep you dry. It's interesting because I'm watching this match of picture. Tommaso Ciampa is definitely the perfect hero, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Of course, I have my fruity little cocktail that I made. And that's nice and cool. But we're back alive with AEW Dynamite because we're at the beach in Clearwater, Florida for Beach Break. We have Tommaso Ciampa taking on Chris Jericho. This has been 3, 4, 5 weeks in the making. And happy to see it finally come into friction. Yes, it's been very cool today, and I'm very happy because this is what I love about summer. This is like the cool summer breeze where you get to sit outside and enjoy it and everything else. Not when it gets to 90 or 100 degrees, but I know it's hard, but I have to make sure stay cool, stay dry, make sure that you're everywhere. Bleeding like a stuff. Well, he's bleeding like a stuff pig, but he's fighting. Jericho is a trooper. What's Ciampa gonna do here? Oh my god. You saw the facial expression on Jericho. Dude, quick kick out by Jericho. I don't know how he's wrestling in those sparkly pants. It's just he has those sparkly pants and he just wrestles in them. Also, make sure to check out his interview that he did with Renee last week. It was actually pretty interesting, and I love that they did a sit down. And Renee talked about when he made a surprise return, and she did not know. Interesting enough. But make sure to check out the interview that he did with Renee. It's always curious, especially on an outside environment like this. I hope it's like cool. I really hope it's cool. And plus, it's a nice scenery in Clearwater, Florida. It's really, really nice. And I hope they do continue that, especially when they do themes. I'm very excited what they're going to do Friday for the Minnesota Twins. I hope they show clips of that on Collision. And Tommaso Ciampa tried to do the walls of Jericho. Quick roll up by Jericho. Kick out by Tommaso Ciampa. That was a close one. Yeah, especially like when you see the sunset. And then when it gets dark later in the show, it's going to be so cool seeing the lighting out. I know, I hope so too. Oh my goodness. Chris Jericho just did a hurricane around at the top rope. And that man is like close to, he has to be like around 50. 50! Don't tell me he ain't old and he's doing stuff like this. I'm just saying. Quick kick out by Ciampa. I'm just checking to see what's on socials right now. Yep. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at this post that they just posted me. I'm like, oh my goodness. Yep, he'll be 56. He'll be 56 November 7th. God bless that man's soul. These guys are just going into blows, chopping each other and everything else. And I did see Collision, Boza. I did see Athena's number 1 and Maya World is number 2. Student and the mentee face off again. Again. And nice. Oh, Tommaso had the sand bucket, tried to hit it at Jericho, but it looks like both of them had sand in their eyes. And nice eye, Jeff Metterling. I did not know the ropes were orange, and it does go well with the theme. Very quick out by Ciampa with the sand. Not again. I can't. I know with the sand. With the sand. Oh boy. Classic Bulldog by Jericho. Oh wow, Jeff Metterling. That's crazy. But yeah, Jericho still got it. Tried to do the lion saw. Tommaso Ciampa blocked it. He's trying to end this thing. Kick to the face. Quick kick out by Jericho. Jericho does not want to quit. But it's a good match to start. And Tommaso Ciampa has the knee pad out. So you know what that means. You know what that means. But Jericho blocked it. He's trying to do the walls of Jericho. Has he got it locked in? He has it locked in. Is Tommaso Ciampa going to tap? Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap? He's trying to get his head, but he has the bucket. Audrey. Oh, Audrey tried to take it, but Tommaso Ciampa put sand in Jericho's face. Kick with the knee. That has to be it. 3. And that's it. And your winner is the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa. It ain't over yet, but they may have finished the battle. But the war has started. So congratulations to Tommaso Ciampa for getting a pinfall victory over Jericho. But I think it's far over from these two. And the way Ciampa put sand in Jericho's eyes, that is heel work right there. That is heel work. And oh God, he's not done yet. He has a steel chair out. He is not done with Jericho. Hitting him in the head. He had an assist. Yep, Jeffrey had assist with the sand, but hit Jericho in the head with a steel chair. He's not done yet. He still wants to put more damage. And there's still a lot of war between them. But it looks like he's trying to get out the ring. Oh boy. I have a feeling these guys are gonna meet. Oh, what's Ciampa doing? Oh my goodness, he has all the tools. Oh no, he has a drill. Please. Please, not the drill. Not the drill. Please. And thank God security's out. Please, not the drill. He's really looking at the drill. Please, not the drill. Bad enough I saw Kyle Fletcher draw a screwdriver into Dustin Rhodes. Please, not the drill. Not the drill. I've seen a lot of gruesome stuff, but I don't want to see this. He got the drill and he's drilling one of the pool toys. Oh my God. Well, like I said, it's not the last time we see those two in action. So, but up next, as Boza mentioned, we have the AEW International Championship. This one has a lot of bad blood. Kyle Fletcher taking on Konosuke Takeshita. And look at this clear view of Clearwater, Florida. Just look at the view. It just ties in with the theme. And I just love it. And they never do it on themes before. They never did it on Spring Breakthrough or like when they did Superman. Oh, and there are my gals, the Brawling Birds. Shh. Quiet. They're just beating the piss off of the men, and I love it. I love my gals, the Brawling Birds. I know. I love it. I just love it. You know they loved it. I just love those girls. It's just such a fun way to use them. Bossman better not screw it up. He better not screw the Rolling Birds up. In fact, he created the Acclaimed, which actually was successful. But they'll get back together soon. But I'm happy to see my gals, the Brawling Birds, back on TV. I'm just happy. I would like, don't worry, Jeff Metterling, you will see the Babes of Wrath soon. Because I know Willow, she's rehabilitating her shoulder and she'll be back very soon. But I'm just happy my ladies, the Brawling Birds, back in action again. I've missed seeing Jamie Hayter back on TV. I just need her to get in the AEW Women's title picture, which, since I am a supporter of Jamie Hayter on WWT, somebody has to be in her corner. And I'm going to start a campaign that she is going to be AEW Women's Champion by 2027. Because if they come back to Wembley, that would be a good redemption story for her. Jeffrey, who are you mentioning? Willow or Jamie Hayter? Willow's injury or Jamie Hayter as Women's Champion? Because I know when Jamie Hayter was Women's Champion, it was like 2022, 2023? It was like 2022, 2023, the last time she was champion. But I know for Willow, she's getting there. But Fightful is allegedly reporting that she may make a return in July. Probably some one-offs and maybe some people from Ring of Honor space. I would not be shocked if we get don't worry, Jeffrey. They'll be back on Dynamite. Who knows? They may enter the Casino Gauntlet match. Megan Bayne and Lena Cross. So we shall see. But I'm happy you're hanging out with me, your timeless elite, your PR princess on Timeless Elite Wednesdays with me, because we are heading to the beach for beach break. Very happy to spend time with all of you on beach break and enjoying just some fun in the sun. Got your sunblock, your cocktails, suntan, swimsuits, everything. Oh, Lordy Jeffrey. Well, we know how much you love Megan Bayne on AEW. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that isn't the case. Yes, everybody's in the mood with their sunglasses, their sunblock, everything else. Listen to some summer music, summertime, summer in the city, surfing USA, island in the sun. I'm just using so many song references of summer, but it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be very, very fun, and happy to spend it with all of you on a Wednesday. I could not be on WWT Live today because I had to take care of important things, especially for an important cause. But I'm happy. And speaking of that, here's Renee with Mr. Will Ospreay, the man that will be AEW World Heavyweight Champion by Wembley. I've been saying this since last year. And of course, he's talking about Kenny Omega and his match. You know what I'm going to think? And I said this, I think Hangman may screw MJF. Because we haven't seen Hangman for a while. And they've been referencing a lot of Hangman the last couple weeks, if you noticed. They've been referencing him a lot. Oh, and here comes the champ. The reigning AEW World Heavyweight Champion. That jerk. That guy. Love affection of Jon Moxley? Oh, dear God. You know what's really crazy with MJF when he lists every single person he defeated so far? It's kind of crazy he hasn't faced off against Swerve yet. And it's like down to 2. It'll be crazy. Like if MJF wins, because then it's like you slayed Hangman, you slayed Kenny. And I kept my prediction up. I need to do a montage of this because I've been saying this since last year that Will Ospreay is going to be AEW World Heavyweight Champion. I feel like I need to do a montage of this. Woo! Man, he's spatting Will Ospreay in the face. You know there's still a lot of bad blood between those two. There is still so much bad blood with those two. Oh boy. Security's trying to separate them. Woo hoo hoo. Man. You can tell there's a lot of bad blood between those two. But look at the beautiful sunset in Clearwater, Florida. I just love it. I just love the scenery of it. It just looks so beautiful. I can imagine how it's going to look at night. When it's dark and all the lights come on, it's going to look so beautiful. But up next, we kick off one of our few title defenses that we have. We have the Aussie Protestar, Kyle Fletcher, taking on Konosuke Takeshita. And, oh, geez. We have Lance Archer and Don Callis. I'm not excited about it, but I could care less about Don Callis. But it's for the AEW International Championship. And yes, Boza, New Japan G1 tournament is happening right now. But I'm pretty sure I would not be shocked if they go round 2 at Wembley. At 14 or better. Will was I think everybody's still reeling from that Will Ospreay MJF promo because I'm looking at everybody's comments. Boo, hey, come on, Jeff Bennett, be nice. Kyle Fletcher, he's a heel, but he's a great athlete. He's a great athlete. Nothing but respect for Kyle Fletcher. It's just, why out of all people would you be with that creep, that bald-headed creep? But here comes Konosuke Takeshita, and it's kind of weird. His whole entrance theme and robes change from red to white. I think Takeshita is going to retain. I just can't see him losing it, and I really want to see his reign. And if you saw the promo that he did on Collision from over the weekend, because he was with the conglomeration, he did talk about Kyle, and then he said, Okada, I hate you. That's just so funny. He said, Okada, I hate you. I was like, oh my God. It's just funny. I feel like there needs to be a shirt. Okada, I hate you. But I know some of you guys put it in the chat, but feel free in the chat. Who do you guys got winning? Do you see Takeshita retaining the International Championship, or in a twist, do you see Kyle Fletcher walking out? I would like to see Takeshita retain because I really want them to go back to when the international title meant something. Nothing against Okada's reign, but I really want to see the international title when it first started as the second top tier title. And also with the fact too, just bringing a lot of prestige as being similar to the Intercontinental title. I want to see a lot of prestige. I want to see a lot of rivalries with this. Obviously, of course, with Jon Moxley. And I will say this, and I'm not saying this because he's my guy, but Orange Cassidy had the best reign out of everybody else. 2 reigns, was able to get a main event on a pay-per-view, by the way. And if you have not seen Orange Cassidy's reign, please go back and watch it, because it was actually one of the best reigns of the international champion so far. But here we go. We have the International Championship, our first title defense happening between Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. This is going to be fun. There's a lot of bad blood between these two. Obviously, of course, you have that creep Don Callis. That is true, Boza. You have to remind me on that. He did lose it. But it was awesome to see him in a main event on a pay-per-view that didn't involve the AEW World title. That was important. And I'm still going to poke them on putting the ladies in a main event on a pay-per-view. When's it going to be? I don't know. But we shall see. And also, AEW and Twitch. They're server streaming right now. They're live now on Twitch. And I did see some content creators trying to get them involved and shoot their shot. But, hey, we're on Twitch on WWT. You can tell this is going to go to blows. Don Callis. I know. Apparently, he didn't. Well, slap in the face by Kyle. I think a lot of people are rooting for Takeshita to win. Even me. I've always liked Takeshita since he first came into AEW. He is somebody that has so much potential, and also this is an opportunity for AEW to do something that WWE can't do. Really bringing in the Asian demographic audience, because that's something WWE struggled with. I think it's a good opportunity for AEW to kind of dive into that, because you have New Japan, you have Stardom. You just have to find a way to really break the glass counter on how to get more demographic in the Asia community. How can you connect with them? And I think this could be a good opportunity for AEW to really branch out and make Takeshita a main event player. Not just him, but I know of a few people in there. Miss Hikaru Shida, the ace of the women's division, Mina Shirokana, and everything else. But and this dude, that even worse. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at everybody's chat about Tom Callis' suit. That's even worse if he's wearing black. That is so worse. Such the worst. Don't worry, Jeff Mendeley. Tony Schiavone is going to do it soon. But it's nice pacing back and forth between these two. You know, there's a lot of bad blood between these two. These two are going to go at it. And oh my goodness, even the cameramen. I don't know if anybody noticed. Even the cameramen are in beach clothes. And I love to see that, because usually they're all in black. I just love it. And what's Kyle? Oh, that's a ice cold water. What's he doing with the water? Takeshita. That's a meme right there. And then Takeshita poured that water all over. What's he doing? Trying to pay homage to Triple H with the water? That is hilarious. Look at Lance Archer trying to protect him. And then Don Callis standing behind Tony Schiavone and Excalibur. Lance Archer telling him to get back in the ring. Who does he think he is? But if you notice, the camera guys are wearing beach clothes, which I love. Ooh. Takeshita tried to hit Kyle in the metal ring post, but it looks like he hurt his elbow, which is not good. And that's a perfect opportunity for Kyle Fletcher to take charge with it. I'm just in awe of the scenery of Beach Break. I'm going to talk about this all night, but I'm just in awe of the scenery of the beach. Get cameraman in beach clothes for... Yeah, I mean, hey, Jeffrey, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody from WWE's watch this. Get cameraman in beach clothes for SummerSlam. Yeah, that would be nice. You know what? I could be... Well, you know, Jeff Fetterly, that's okay, because people were a little bit unsure with Kyle Fletcher when he first came on the scene. But Kyle Fletcher is definitely a guy I would definitely put an opportunity to be a main event player. But Kyle Fletcher is working that elbow of Takeshita that hit him on the metal ring post. And that's kind of the best way to do it, is target a body part and just roll with it. Takeshita is trying to put Kyle in a sleeper. Oh, he's just taking advantage of that elbow. Nice move by Takeshita. Oh boy. What's Takeshita gonna do here? Over the top rope. That's what he does best. See, I just love that the cameramen are wearing beach clothes. And I know they're probably relieved, like, oh, we're outside. We're wearing beach clothes. We don't have to dress up in black. I love it. I just love it seeing that. And before I forget, because I know people are going to ask me this, because we are in picture, but the match is still going live because I'm watching on cable. Jeff Menderling, to answer your point, there will be a watch along for TNA tomorrow, because we are continuing coverage of the Knockouts TV Championship. We already know Heather by Elegance and Mara Charday are advancing into the next round. We do have a few more matches happening tomorrow. So you get to hang with me for TNA on Thursday. And also, if you saw the breaking news at the end of the month when TNA comes to Philly, Nick Nemeth is facing off against Jeff Hardy for the TNA World Heavyweight title. Oh my God, that is crazy. And I am in on it. But make sure to catch it here tomorrow with myself. Obviously, of course, my siblings over at the Kayfabe podcast have their podcast tomorrow because they're going to go over the rundown what happened on Raw, SmackDown last week, and also with NXT. You know they don't cover a lot of AEW and TNA, but after you finish with them, you can hang out with me for TNA. But I'm very excited that we're going to be doing a mini watch-along series of the TNA Knockouts tournament until we get a new inaugural Knockout TV champion. And I'm very excited for that because nobody else is doing exclusive coverage, so why not us? And it is Women's Wrestling Talk. We're the number one women's network on the planet, so why not do coverage every week? We're doing it until we find a winner, and we get to celebrate it. Oh, no, I didn't, Jeffrey. I didn't see the post of Naomi on Elite Beauty, and I'm happy that she is getting opportunities. Very, very happy. But yes, Jeff Metterling, make sure you hang out with me tomorrow. Well, my siblings over at the Kayfabe podcast, but also hanging out with me for TNA because we will be doing a mini rundown. No, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for Naomi. She's living the life that she wants. We do miss her in the ring, but she's also soon to be mommy. But we are back live with AEW Dynamite. The AEW International title. Konosuke Takeshita taking on Fletcher. And of course, you have that creep Don Callis. Sorry, I just saw AEW finally post a promo of the Brawling Birds, and I'm about to say something on there. Sorry. These guys are going back and forth. I just happy to see them back on TV. Ooh, that was a nice power bomb to catch it. Look at all the I love this. And you know what's crazy? I read in a report yesterday, actually today, that it was almost nearly sold out. Beach Break, which makes me happy to see. I'm very, very happy to see. It makes me very happy. I know they're really gonna hype up this. They're really gonna hype up this AEW World Title throughout the night. Which, you know what? I'm happy they are because I remember when like Raw and SmackDown, they would always hype up the main event throughout the whole show to just get people on their seats, and I love that. I like that this is a fruity cocktail and not too alcoholic, which I love. But what's the catch gonna do? Ooh, did it outside the ring. I hope Kyle Fletcher's head didn't. Well, I mean, Boza. Kenny's always been a draw. Kenny has always been a draw. And I think they could do well without Kenny. I just hope they get enough good marquee matchups and not just one, because I just think there's a lot of good stories they can brew up. Unfortunately, Jeff Metterling, Adam Pearce is supposed to be the general manager for both shows, but we saw Nick Aldis, so we shall see on that regarding SmackDown. But Adam Pearce is in charge of both shows, as far as I know, because I know Nick Aldis was on Monday night, so I don't even know what's going to happen with that situation with the general manager. Here comes to catch Kyle Fletcher with the counter. Ooh, that was a nice move by Takeshita. Ooh, that was a nice move. Oh, look at that creepy jumping up and down. Quick kick out by Takeshita. I wish there was like it's a good thing. It's a good thing I'm not having this on mute, because this is actually a good match, by the way. It is a fun match, I will say. These guys have been brewing up for the last couple weeks. There's so much bad blood between them, and I love it. But I would not be surprised if they met again at Wembley Stadium. I would not be shocked, because actually that was something on my mind. But I did get a bold prediction right. I did say Takeshita will be international champion. So I gotta go back to my bold prediction. And as I mentioned, we have the Casino Gauntlet match. Athena is number 1. Maya World is number 2. Takeshita going up on the top rope. Very rare. Once in a while, I do see that. Trying to do a suplex out the top rope, but Takeshita blocked it. Nice kick by Kyle Fletcher. What's Kyle Fletcher doing? Ooh, that was a nice counter by Takeshita. What's he doing? Trying to do a powerbomb? Powerbomb! Yep! This is actually a good match, by the way. I'm not going to lie. Oh, Lord. What's that creep doing? What is that creep doing? Get him out of here. Try to distract, but Kyle. Powerbomb. That bald-headed creep. Part of me wishes Leo Rush was around, because I still crack up. 3. Oh, no. Kyle Fletcher has a foot on the ropes. See, part of me wishes I wish Leo Rush was out, because when he came out last week during his match with Kevin Knight, he scared the pants. He scared the pants off of Don Callis and even Lance Archer. And that was just definitely a highlight for me last week. For once, I wish Leo Rush was outside, like, scaring Don Callis, because that would just make my night so good. And what's Takeshita doing? Because he wants to end this. What's Kyle doing? 1, 2, quick kick out by Takeshita. Trying to do a pinfall slide. Not a baseball slide. What's Takeshita doing? Kick on the elbow. Kick to the face. Brain buster. 2. Quick kick out by Takeshita. Takeshita's not giving up just yet. He's not giving up just yet. And it's almost 9 o'clock, too. It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm not going to lie. Beach Break is like a mini pay-per-view that's happening. It's like, I don't know what matches are going to happen at Redemption. This is like, tonight's like a mini pay-per-view. And you're getting it for free. Oh, brainbuster off the top rope. Damn. your winner and new international champion, Kyle Fletcher, is your new international champion. I repeat, Kyle Fletcher is your new international champion. Help from that creep. Well, that is true. And this is moment of the night, courtesy of Twitch. Well, that is true, because Takeshita, he's taking off for the G1 Climax happening in a couple weeks. So that's okay. I'm not mad at it. I know, Jeffrey, I know, but Takeshita will be back soon. He'll be back soon, and I'm pretty sure they'll meet at Wembley Stadium. Here come the rest of the Don Callis family. Ryan Cage, Mark Davis, Jake Doyle. Unless they're going to set up Okada for it, because I know Okada's behind that belt, which I don't know why, but he needs to be going for the AEW World Heavyweight title. And also, this is Kyle Fletcher's second singles title in AEW. He already had the TNT title, and now he has this. And oh, here come the members of the conglomeration. Check it out, Takeshita. Well, actually, and Mystico. And Mystico. My guy, Orange Cassidy. Roddy. Kyle O'Reilly. And Mystico. Because as I mentioned, the conglomeration is hopefully not a little thin, because Mark Briscoe, he's injured. He's going to be out for a little while. We don't know what's going to happen with Tomohiro Ishii. We haven't even seen a hologram in a while, and we don't even know when he's going to come back. But we shall see on that. And yes, Boza, we're going to see Mick Foley as a backstage revolving porter. I wonder who he's going to interview first. Oh, I know, guys. I know some of y'all aren't happy, but don't worry. Takeshita's going to get it back. He's going to get it back. But since we want to cool off and not think about it, and since we're on commercial, we're going to talk about the new initiative that we have for Women's Wrestling Talk that does not suck, and that is the Women's Wrestling Archive.
Women's wrestling didn't just show up yesterday in glitter boots. We've been here the entire time, body slamming through history.
The Women's Wrestling Archive launches 2026, and it's going to pave the way for all women's wrestling.
Because if we don't document it, a man might think he did it first.
This has been a passion project for a very long time. Head over to the womenswrestlingarchive.com to donate 1, 5, or whatever you can. It all goes a long way.
Let's give these women the spotlight that they've always deserved.
Her story belongs in history. Help us preserve it today. Join us at womenswrestlingarchive.com. Support the archive. Support women's wrestling. Donate today.
Support everything for the Women's Wrestling Archive. $1, $2, $3. Any support helps. Any support helps. Oh, I am seeing the footage of Naomi, and look at her. She's just glowing, and I'm so proud of her. I'm just super, super proud of her. I wonder who Mick Foley's going to interview first. I'm very curious on who's he going to interview. Who is he going to do it? Oh my God. But you're hanging out with me, and yes, Foza, as I mentioned, ISPW does have some shows this weekend. Also, the big one happening later this month, it's in Wildwood, New Jersey. So many people are going to be coming out to this. One of their biggest shows of the summer. And they do have a lot of shows happening. Not sure when the next time I'll be commentating, because I have to see what the production company Movision TV does. So I have to see on their schedule if they're going to be there. But I will let you know the next time I do commentary. Also, you can check out me, because next Tuesday I will be in New Jersey for Fight Factory Wrestling, because they've been promoting this for weeks. I'm very excited to do media and cover it. And here comes Mick Foley. I'm so happy to see Mick Foley. There he is. I'm I'm very curious who's going to be the people he's going to interview. Oh, Lordy. He's going to interview Kyle Fletcher. Dear God. Oh, well, Mick Foley is a person that takes a lot of bumps. He's got to talk to the entire Don Callis family, but always love seeing Mick Foley. Happy to see him. All right, let's hear what Mrs. Foley baby boy have to say. Jeez, he made the biggest confession. As people say, when people show you their true colors, believe them the first time. Oh, Lordy, I gotta listen to that creep. Ugh, turn it off! How can you not hate Mick Foley? Ah, look at his shoes. How can you not like Mick? Showing his animals. I love that. I feel like if anybody can beat up Don Callis, it's gonna be Mick Foley. It's gonna be Mick Foley. I can see Mick Foley throwing a punch. Oh yeah, give me a break. You are not a family man. Oh Lordy, now we have Kevin Knight coming out. He's the TNT champion. Oh boy. Not to argue with Kevin Knight, because I know Kevin Knight has issues with Mr. Darby Allin. Called him a psychotic criminal. He's a married psychotic criminal, by the way. But let's hear what Kevin Knight has to say. Jeffrey, stop! Don't say the ratings. Where's Darby when you need? We want that. Don't worry, Jeff Meddling. Steve will come. Oh, and here comes Andrade. Because Andrade still wants his AEW World Heavyweight title. Oh, yeah, Jeffrey, there's so much ego in the Don Callis family. It's like, some people don't like one another. Why is Andrade, or I should call him Inspector Gadget. Shout out to Unlimited Production One. That is okay. You can't watch the live stream, but it will be up on our WWT YouTube social. Also, I'll be doing a watch along tomorrow for TNA. So let's hear what Andrade, or as I call him, Inspector Gadget. Inspector Jade. Oh, yes. Inspector Jade. Inspector Jade. Do, 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 do. That's not what Andrade wants. That's not what he wants. Yeah, stupido. How you know? How you know? Say it. How you know? I love it's picking up so well, and the fans are saying, "How you know?" Well, Brian Cage, I guess some of the members of the Talk House member chase away Andrade, and Mark Davis is walking past them. Well, thank God Mick Foley left out of harm's way. I'm happy he left, but I have a feeling we're gonna see Darby. Ah, look, and I said it, Darby with his backpack. Darby with the backpack. Oh, Darby. There he is. What's in that backpack? That'd be funny if Leo Rush is backstage. Oh no, they got his little skateboard. They got his little skateboard. Oh, see, he booby trapped that skateboard too. He's booby trapping everything. Oh, Darby. Look at Andrade. How you know? So it looks like it's somewhat of an alliance. Can't believe he got that. I know, right? How you know? So it looks like it's a little bit of alliance between Andrade and Darby Allin. So I think we may see some tag team action with them together. Oh my God. How you know? And look at Tony, Excalibur, and Taz all in beach clothes for beach break, which I love. I just love the scenery of it. It's just so cool. Woo! We have so much action to come, and it's like we're in the final hour of Timeless Elite Wednesday. Oh boy. Woo! Well, we do have a tag team match. We do have, well, Boza, it's not a squash match because if you know who the workhorsemen are, they're in Ring of Honor and they've been doing a lot of good work. So we see Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley teaming up together again. Look at all the fans. Anytime Will Ospreay's theme song comes out, it's like everybody wants to do a sing-along for it. That's okay, Boza. That's all good. Just make sure that the team that they're facing, they've been putting in a lot of work. Here we go. Ospreay. Could you imagine how loud it's going to be at Wembley? Well, I know when he came back to Wembley Stadium a few times, but it'll be louder. Oh, spray. Oh, spray. Oh, spray. Oh, definitely. I'm happy you're enjoying this tonight so far. I'm happy you are enjoying Timeless Elite Wednesday with me. Try to make sure I give you guys the best coverage possible. And also, you got to be very careful because I'm happy I'm happy AEW is getting a lot of eyes. You got to be careful of some people because I know with everything with WWE and everything else with the last couple of weeks with these content creators, you got to make sure they're not grifting. You got to make sure they're not grifting. And that's why I said this to Boss Lady on Wednesday, because I know with the media scrum and everything else, they just have to be very careful on who they bring in the media scrum, because there are some who love the sport and want to appreciate it, like, you know, Women's Wrestling Talk, Chris Van Vliet, Denise, Bill Bakken, and the Pop Critic. You know, there's a lot of us that are doing incredible work, but just have to be mindful of the grifters who just want to be coattailing on AEW's popularity now. Where it's funny because a couple of years ago, they were literally trashing AEW, not giving constructive criticism, like trashing them to the fullest and not giving soft solutions like, here, where I'm going to do this. So AEW just be mindful. Like, I want them to succeed and everything else, but they just have to be mindful of weeding out some of the interesting apples that want to coattail off of AEW success lately. But we do have a tag team match. Marina Shafir, she's at ringside. This is interesting because I know some people cheered for the Death Riders, but if you saw Collision, I was Jeffrey. Well, at least you got to like it. I think since I started doing these watch-alongs, I think a lot of people are now starting to like it. The Workhorsemen, they wrestle for mostly Ring of Honor. They have been wrestling for mostly Ring of Honor. Pretty good, solid tag team. I would not take them in as scrubs, and they've been putting a lot of work in. So, it's interesting because with the Death Riders, and also with the fact too, if you saw Collision from over the weekend, the Death Riders ambushed the Bang Bang Gang because you know the history between Jay White and David Finlay. So, it's going to be a lot of interesting things with the Bang Bang Gang and everything else. It's going to be very interesting with that. They also need a lady in the division to counter Marina Shafir. Now, of course, Juice Robinson's wife, she's out for the rest of the year. So, you know, you have to figure out, like, which lady from the AEW women's division can align with the Bang Bang Gang. And I'm sure they got a few possibilities in mind, like Jake White and Juice and everybody else. But it's going to be very interesting how it's going to play out because there is a lot of bad blood in history. But here we go. We got the tag team. We got the Workhorsemen, who you may have seen in Ring of Honor the last couple of months and over a year and a half, taking on Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay. Like I said, these guys are not scrubs. And for them to wrestle against Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay, that says a lot. Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy, but you know, we try to do great watch-alongs. I think when I came along, Boss Lady asked me, do you want to do watch-alongs for AEW? And I said, sure. And yes, Seth tried to take over for Wednesdays, but you know, it is still Timeless Elite Wednesdays for me. And, you know, I want to see AEW succeed. I do think they have a lot of potential. Still got some work to do and also need to showcase a lot more of their women's division because there's a lot of ladies out there that they could showcase on Dynamite instead of doing it in one match on their main flagship show. They have a lot of potential. I know, Jeffrey. It's like, you really can't, because after what happened on Collision, it's like they just beat up on the entire Bang Bang Gang. And also, tickets are on sale now for AEW All In Wembley Stadium. Sunday, August 30th. So, better make sure you want to go. I did ask Boss Lady to put a request in for Media Scrum, but we shall see, because it would be fun to go overseas in London in the UK experience it because those fans are passionate. The wrestling fans are passionate. And also, I like that guy. He's wearing a Dolphins hat. I love it. I love seeing some of my team represented in the front row. And also, if you call it Danhausen apparently uncursed my Dolphins, which is very interesting. So I don't know what's going to happen this football season, but if they do the unthinkable this year, I'm going to roll back Danhausen's clip and be like, you're welcome, Danhausen. But we are in picture. I mean, I don't know, Jeffrey, because you would think they would be faced, but after what happened on Collision over the weekend, they just beat up on the Bang Bang Gang. So it's like, what are we doing? And apparently Gabe Kidd is not aligning not just with the dogs, but also the Death Rider. You better buy his merch. His merch. Oh God. Oh boy. Well, Jeffrey, I'm curious, which merch should I buy? Is it Box merch or Will Ospreay? Oh, his merch. Oh, Danhausen's merch. You for Danhausen. I said, oh my God, if he uncursed, if the Dolphins get uncursed and have a good year, I don't know what to do. I'm just like Danhausen. Well, you know what's crazy? Danhausen actually, because people think he had the top merch in WWE, he had the top merch when he was in AEW. Even when he wasn't wrestling and was injured, he had one of the top merch in AEW. His merch is still selling. So that's crazy. Oh boy. I don't know what to believe. Danhausen, hey, I'm just happy he's doing his thing. I'm happy Danhausen's putting a lot of work in and everything else. And I have commercials and I'm just waiting for it to come back live. But it's hard to believe we have a Casino Gauntlet for the women. And they better give them some time too. I want to see them surpass 12, 13 participants. I want to see 14. But I'm trying to catch up on everybody's comments because well, I'm happy you guys are giving AEW a chance. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. But it's always good spending a time with all of you. And we try to make these watch along fun and engaging because, I really want to see AEW thrive. I want to see them be successful. I want to see them take it to the next level. And we're back live with AEW Dynamite. We're back live with AEW Dynamite as they're in the beach for beach break, and the sun has gone down, folks. The sun has gone down. We do have Ring of Honor's the Workhorsemen, because you see them following Ring of Honor. They're facing off against Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay. So it's been a good tag team match, I will say. It's not a squash match or anything else. This is actually a good, solid tag team. I'm very happy to see. It makes me smile to see some people from Ring of Honor come in. It's always interesting, like when tag teams like the Workhorsemen, when they work alongside top tier guys like Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay. That's really huge because that means they see some potential in you, and that actually means something. Oh, and of course, Jon Moxley biting off the head. Oh. Marina will do that. That's why I said she's second person in command. She's the second person in command. Oh my God. Will Ospreay, is he really going to do the Styles Clash? I guess. Well, I guess DDT, that has to be it. And the Hidden Blade. Well, your winners are Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay. It's going to be a very interesting road leading to Wembley Stadium. Bozo, we're going to talk about Dark Side of the Ring. We'll talk about that tomorrow because I have a lot of thoughts with the first episode. We will talk about that tomorrow during the watch on for TNA. We will talk about that. It is a lot of weight, but hey, they have been on a roll. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, the Death Riders beat up on the Bang Bang Gang. We'll see how this goes. And who's going to be... And you know what? It's funny? And I kind of said this in a way. I think Jay White may take Jon Moxley's Continental Championship. Because I thought it was going to be Juice. But I have a feeling Jay White may be the person to do it. I have a feeling Jay White may be the next person. Because I feel like if they're not going to give the belt to Juice or anybody else, why not Jay White? I low-key like it. I know, it's interesting. But we got the ladies. We got ladies action happening. We have a women's Casino Gauntlet match, and we hear from the... And finally, we have a promo hearing from the new TBS champion, Hikaru Shida. Finally! And her English, and like you said, Jeffrey, a couple weeks ago, her English speaks so well. And they better utilize her because she is the face of TBS. I want to see her get utilized as the TBS champion. I want to see her reign be more memorable. And also, it would be funny if somebody broke Mercedes' record. Because I feel like you could give it to anybody. Congratulations again to Hikaru Shida as the new TBS champion. And make sure to check out the article that I wrote last week after she won. And look at the view of Clearwater, Florida. I'll go to Florida for vacation, but I would not live there. Because I like my 4 seasons in New Jersey. I would go there to visit on vacation, but... And look at Justin Roberts. Even he's in beach clothes. And I love it. But we have the women's Casino Gauntlet match. And it's not even 9:30, which is great. And they better give him a lot of time for this as well. But... Oh. Since we are having the women's Casino Gauntlet, here comes the AEW Women's Champion, the Toxic Spider Tekla, because it looks like she will be joining commentary, and it looks like she has a cocktail in her hand. I'm not going to lie. She has been a top heel in this division that AEW needs. I'm not going to lie. And it's crazy. I met her at her first event. Oh, and we see Mercedes Moné, which obviously, of course, she did win the Owen Hart Cup Women's Tournament. So she is here. She's also going to be exerting that match too, especially at Redemption. Tekla. That is the heel Tekla needs. Well, at least we got to see a Mercedes sighting. We saw a Mercedes sighting, and that's a good thing. I'm just surprised they didn't do her entrance, which I'm very surprised. But we're getting ready to do our Casino Gauntlet. Yes, exactly. There, you feel better now? She's on TV. Well, here is Athena. And it's kind of crazy. Athena and Mercedes are teaming up together, especially after what happened from World's End last year. But we already know who's number 1, Athena. We know Maya World is number 2. Very curious on who else is going to be in this Casino Gauntlet, because I'm very excited to see this. Well, Jeff Metterling, I don't know, because it's going to be very interesting with Tekla. It's going to be very interesting with Tekla, because I don't think Tekla's probably going to make it as AEW Women's Champion. Plus, I think if she just dropped the belt, I want to see her continue this rivalry with Stardom. I want to see her continue building it up, and it's going to be very interesting to see. It's going to be so interesting because there is a story with Tekla and Mercedes, because I gave it to you last week, but I just don't think it's going to be them two at Wembley. It's going to be very interesting. And I feel like, Jeff Metterling, you're going to love this. I think Willow Nightingale may be inserted in that AEW Women's Championship match. And there is a story to tell that not many people are following. Because, hold on, let me hold that thought, because I'm looking at Athena and Maya World. Okay. With Willow, people tend to forget she did win the Owen Hart Cup Women's Tournament. But unfortunately, she suffered an injury and couldn't compete. And then she competed the following year, defending her title. Because she was the first person to defend that title. She was the first person to do that. Let's be very clear. And also with the fact, too, the first time her and Mercedes met was at New Japan for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. And when people thought she was seriously injured, they blamed Willow for it. And when Mercedes came back to AEW, people thought people were kind of booing Willow. So there's a lot of story into this. It's still early, but people tend to forget about that story in particular with Willow, because I know Mercedes has something to prove, but Willow has a lot more to prove. But we're going to get in with number 3. Who is number 3? Who's number 3? And number 3 is Sky Blue. Sky Blue is number 3 in this Casino Gauntlet. It's kind of funny. Mercedes is in that high chair. And you know, it's funny. Out of all the women she defeated, there's only one woman that has not beaten her. And that is my lady, Mother Timeless, Toni Storm. So I can say that. But if you're following, we have Athena, Maya World, and Sky Blue coming in at number 3. She has that kendo stick, which Tekla said one time she went to a casino. She ended up. Oh my God. I'm not going to lie. She was a very cool person when I met Tekla, especially in her first US event. She was a very cool and chill person. But this is kind of like a breath of fresh air. This is a breath of fresh air. Because she's the top heel that AEW needs. Because when was the last time you saw a really good female be a top heel in that division? Not many. I guess Mercedes' reaction says it all. But we're in picture with this women's Casino Gauntlet match. You're hanging out with me, your timeless elite, your PR princess. Your PR princess with you giving the play-by-play for this women's Casino Gauntlet match. We have Athena at number 1, Maya World number 2, Sky Blue number 3. And of course, we have Tekla doing commentary, and we have Mercedes Moné looking on, because the winner is going to be facing off against Tekla for the AEW Women's World Championship match. Sorry, I'm just looking at some posts on social. I know. I wish I could hear Tekla. I wish I could hear Tekla on commentary right now, because I have my headphones in, but I'm pretty sure she's probably hilarious. She offered Tony her drink. Ah, well, it is true. She has a habit of spitting on people, which I guess that's just her MO. Oh, man. Guess we have to find out. That's what I'm thinking. Because I can't believe no one figured it out, but I have a feeling with Willow, she's going to be inserted in that AEW women's title picture. Oh my gosh. Well, so far we have 3. I'm looking at Athena and Sky Blue. And as I mentioned with Ring of Honor's next pay-per-view is Death Before Dishonor happening in August. And okay, we have the next interval. And finally, we're back live with Dynamite. Yes, because that would be a disservice if they didn't picture-in-picture. Who is next? And we have Mina Shirakawa coming out. We have Miss Mina. We did see her teaming up with Thunder Rosa because the two of them are tag team partners on Collision over the weekend. So it's nice to see. And also the question is, we still don't know who attacked Toni Storm. And don't worry, folks, Detective Courtney's on the case because I just have some interesting thoughts on this. Because it's interesting because Tony's out for the year. And it has to be somebody that despises Toni, wants her spotlight. Really, really, really somebody that you would least expect. I have to do a special breakdown of this because there's so much layers to this. And I have a few thoughts about who attacked Toni Storm. And you guys know the rules of Casino Gauntlet. Whoever gets the pinfall will meet Tekla at Redemption. It would be funny. You know, it would be funny if it would be hilarious if somebody from Stardom entered this Casino Gauntlet. That would be hilarious. Because I know she still is a question is who hates her the most. That is the big question. Who hates Toni Storm the most? So I feel like I need to do a special breakdown of this because there's just so many layers. So, but it would be funny if somebody from Stardom was in this Casino Gauntlet match. And I would be mad about it. Oh, see? And I just said it too. See, you got to give me the check. And I just said Stardom too. Rena, who we saw on Collision over the weekend. I just said a couple minutes ago, would it be funny Stardom did it? And here we go. Ask and you shall receive. Mina knows Rena very, very well. But she did put on a banger of a match with Athena. So Rena and Mina know each other very, very well from their Stardom days. But I'm very happy to see Stardom representation. I like that they're getting a lot of exposure. I do love it. It makes me happy to see. Where do you have the script? I don't know if I have the script. Well, it's kind of funny. I said passive isn't door. I actually, that was a question I had. That was a question that I had on the media call for Forbidden Door. Are we going to see more representation from Stardom post Forbidden Door? You're welcome. You're welcome, people. But it's so nice to see representation from Stardom. I don't know if I have the script, but you're welcome. But I'm happy to see Rena back because she's been making a presence. I actually did see her wrestle at MLW when they came to Philadelphia. So I'm very excited. So who is next? Who's next? Julia Hart is next in the Casino Gauntlet. So far we have Athena, Maya World. Oh, look. And Julia Hart. It's funny. Sky Blue brought a kendo stick. Julia Hart's bringing steel. She's bringing steel. My God. So we have Athena. We have Maya World. Sky Blue. Mina Shirokana. Rena. And Julia Hart now. Look at, I'm laughing at Tekla. She's just enjoying her cocktail or margarita or whatever. I'm just like, no, Jeff Metterling, Julia Hart's not related to the famous Hart family. Well, it is no disqualifications in this Casino Gauntlet. So the only way they can do it is somebody, whoever gets the pinfall victory, meets Tekla at Redemption. Oh no! Julia Hart and one of the security guards. Jeez. Geez, Sky Blue and what, man? They're really beating up Justin Roberts? They just took his chair? They're going after the security team, imitating poor Justin Roberts. We need to get Justin Roberts ready for the main event. But here comes the rest of security. Kendo stick out their where I don't know if it's gonna be a suspension or a fine or what, but and Jeffrey saying, I wish I could hear Tekla on commentary. I'm sure she's hilarious. But we're gonna take a picture-in-picture. I know, Jeffrey, that's what I'm saying. What did Justin Roberts do? He didn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Arcady ended it. I'm not gonna lie, Tekla. I wish I could listen to Tekla on commentary because from the comments you guys are saying, she is funny on the mic. Oh my God, that is really hilarious. I mean, these security guards. Leave my world. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the match during picture-in-picture. Oh, but you're hanging out with me on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday, folks. I will say this has been a fun Casino Gauntlet match. I hope they do surpass, because I think the record they have is like 12 or 13. So hopefully they can surpass that record. If you can give the men a lot of time, I think you can give the ladies a lot of time. But at least I get to, but you know what? I got to see a vignette of my ladies, the Brawling Birds. I saw my main squeeze, Orange Cassidy. We finally got a glimpse of the face of TBS, Hikaru Shida. They better put her on TV a lot more. And yeah, we have a Mercedes sighting happening. So all's good in the world. I'm just waiting for this picture-in-picture to go off because, yeah, I am watching picture-in-picture, but very curious on who is going to be the next person. Oh no, Jeffrey, I'm sorry to hear what happened to my world. So, who is next? Thunder Rosa. So happy to see Thunder Rosa. Especially with the fact, too, as I mentioned, her and Mina did team up together. And you know what the fact is? Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Moné have not met one-on-one. They've never had a one-on-one match, which is crazy. Because I think that would be a fun match to have. I just can't believe they've never met one-on-one. Okay, well, as long as Justin Roberts is fine, because we need him for the main event. But happy to see Thunder. But I hope in the future we do get to see Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Moné. Because, like I said, Thunder Rosa is one of the few female that Mercedes has not faced. But I always love seeing Thunder. And she just had a wonderful week. Last week, I think it was July 1st, they named the state of San Diego named it Thunder Rosa Day. And she's just been putting in the work. And she's a friend of WWT. Maya World coming in to stop Thunder Rosa. Well, Jeffrey, I wish I could tell you that, but I don't know. I don't know why the refs are not in summer clothes. Maybe because it's a uniform thing. I don't know. Well, like I said, whoever gets the pinfall first meets Tekla at Redemption. You know what would be really funny? I know people say Toni Storm will be gone for the rest of the year, but it would be hilarious if she was in that Casino Gauntlet and she just debunked everything on what outlets said about her. That would be the hilarious part of it. Like, she would give the middle finger to every single media outlet. Oh, that was a nice move by Athena. Mina comes in. Mina and Athena know each other very well because I was at their match last year for Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor. I wonder who's going to be next. Oh, man. And that's how she won. All the ladies got in there. So who is next? I was thinking the same thing. I know, Jeffrey. I was thinking that too. I was like, man, that would be funny if she came in and just debunked everything. I would be mad at it. But who's next? Oh my God, Willow Nightingale. We know that she had to. You can tell by the look of Mercedes in Athena's face. Oh my God. Well, we know she was training. She was, well, not training, but rehabbing. But Jeff Ederle, you got your wish. Willow's back. Happy to see Willow back. And I know people from the conglomeration were very happy because Kyle mentioned it on Saturday. I don't think so. I think it would have been, actually, you know what? If she did not relinquish the TBS title, could we get another set of Willow 2 belts? That's the thing. I wouldn't be mad at it. But it looks like she's been rehabbing. She's doing everything we can. But at least the conglomeration's getting a little bit stronger. We just need her back. We're happy to have her back. Hopefully, hologram back. And you know what it is? Outside of Toni being over, Willow Nightingale has always been a top babyface. It's just how they positioned her. Because we know she has the skills and the drive to be a top babyface. I know, she's very lucky. She hasn't had surgery. She's very, very lucky. Quick kick out by Julia Hart. I think she didn't, but I wouldn't be that. 3. So your winner is Willow Nightingale. She wins. And she's facing off against Tekla at Redemption. And look at Mercedes. You know what it is? They know secretly that Willow is a threat. They know it. But happily, Willow won. But I feel like people, like I said, people don't realize it. And I think it's going to be Ooh, and Tekla got the spear. And here comes Lena. Oh, Megan Bain and Lena Cross. They're taking out Sky Blue and Julia Hart. That's interesting. The tag team champions. It's interesting. That's very interesting that Megan Bain and Lena Cross took out Julia Hart and Sky Blue. That's interesting. It's very interesting. And Mercedes. But you got to remember, there's a lot of history between these two. But I'm very curious why. But there's a lot of history with those two. I knew she was not going to do it. So it looks like Jeffrey, I'm happy, but it looks like has Mercedes aligned herself with the Divine Dominions? No, Jeff Metterling, I think she's gonna get Harley Cameron. I think with Willow, she's got Harley. I think her and Chris Statlander are on good terms, but I think she's got Harley to help. Oh, and here we have Jack Perry. We do have a vignette of Jack Perry, which it's interesting to see because there's been allegedly reports of Jack Perry not resigning. But it would be funny if he gave the middle finger to all the media outlets. So I'm locking this with Jack Perry. This is set the middle finger, and I just said it. So now we know Jack Perry re-signed with AEW. Breaking news right here. Jack Perry gave the middle finger. Sorry, I have to put this in the chat really quick because he's staying. So you heard it here, folks. Sorry, I was like, man, he gave the middle finger. He gave the middle finger. It was the middle finger, and I loved it. Man. Oh my god. So up next we have the main event. Yeah, this is I'm just the news. Jack Perry officially resigned. Oh man, that was a middle finger to all the narcs out in the world. See, that's why I take things with a grain of salt. Oh yes. So hold on, let me turn on my fan. Wow. I mean, it was only a matter of time, but good old Uncle Dave and all these media outlets trying to say, well, he has not been signed. I'm like, give it a minute. But you heard it here, folks. It's official. Jack Perry re-signed with AEW. Ooh. That's why I'm thinking. and they broke it on AEW television. That is crazy. He gave the middle finger. Hey, I'm not mad at Jack. You did what you did. And like I said, I'm still because it looks like Mercedes aligned herself with the Divine Dominions. Which this actually gave me an idea. This gave me an idea because I don't think we're gonna have the Babes of Wrath. Oh, nice. Thank you both for letting me know because I was reacting. So Saturday on Collision, we have Speedball taking on Mark Davis for the AEW National Championship. For me personally, Speedball needs to get the TNT Championship. I think he needs to get the TNT Championship, but I don't want Darby to get it, but I think that could be a little bit of a segue. But I have a theory because I know with like Harley and Chris Statlander, because I think Chris Statlander is going to be doing something with Persephone, and obviously Harley's going to follow up with Mina or whatever. I think this is going to be a good opportunity for Willow to go with the Brawling Birds. Because it's funny that Divine Dominions called out the Brawling Birds with the fact they have never faced the Brawling Birds. And I think this could be a good segue because the Brawling Birds could be a legit threat for those AEW Women's Tag Team titles. And then they can win the title at Wembley. Boom! I know, it's crazy, but we're getting Willow versus Tekla. And I think we're going to get Mercedes and Willow. Well, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But main event time, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a very good, solid episode of Beach Break. I will say it's been a very fun, solid episode and gets you ready, not just for redemption, but on the road to Wembley Stadium. But here comes Kenny Omega. Can Kenny Omega be a two-time AEW World Heavyweight Champion? Can he be a two-time? Because if he loses, he can't do it again. That's what I'm thinking too. Here comes Kenny Omega. And I actually want Kenny to win because that's what I said. I think it may be Kenny versus Ospreay at Wembley Stadium because I don't think people realize there's a lot of storytelling with them. The same way with Willow and Mercedes. People don't realize it. There's a lot of storytelling. I know, Boza. I mean, I'm not mad at Sheeta. I'm happy she's the face of TBS. Don't get me wrong. I am happy. Well, unless it ends in shenanigans, but I have a feeling. And here comes the reigning, defending World Heavyweight Champion, MJF. And I wouldn't be shocked if MJF did drop the belt only because of, I know he suffered a injury because you could tell by the bandage on his thigh because maybe he wants some time to rest. But here we go. Sorry, I'm just Man, I'm still getting over Jack Perry giving the middle finger. That was really funny. I'm not gonna lie, but we got main event time. We have our AEW World Heavyweight title. Kenny Omega, MJF. If Kenny Omega loses, if Kenny Omega loses, he cannot wrestle. Actually, he can't challenge for the AEW World Heavyweight title again. So go on your bodies. Jeffrey, I would say the same thing. I mean, that's what I would say. Enjoy your honeymoon. I know, and John and Renee haven't, Mox and Renee haven't yet, but hopefully, if that does happen, Mox can take a break. If he gets kicked out of the Death Riders, that'll be his long break from his honeymoon. Just let that man break. Well, I will say Bosa, to be fair, he's not wrong about that part when it comes to Clearwater. Not all, but there are some. I can't believe I'm agreeing with the big fat jerk. What? But he makes a good annoying character. He's an annoying character. That's a 3-time AEW World Heavyweight Champion. But I have a feeling. Oh, of course, a banner, 3-time world champion. Oh, yay. No, that's okay. That's okay, Boza. It doesn't shock me at all because there are some. There are some in Clearwater. Not all of them, but there are some. Don't say you're sorry, but we have our main event. Feel free to put in the chat who you guys got winning this thing. I have a feeling Hangman may show up because I've been hearing a lot. I've been hearing a lot of people reference Hangman Adam Page within the last couple weeks. And that's crazy. I've been hearing a lot of references of Hangman Adam Page. And with the fact, too, we have not seen Swerve. Because I know Swerve is probably still recovering from his match at Forbidden Door. But and also with the fact, too, he has not faced off against MJF. But here we go. We got the main event happening. Kenny Omega, MJF for the AEW World Heavyweight title. Wrapping up an episode for Beach Break. Of course, thumb to the eye. I mean, that's what he does. Imagine if he doesn't show. Oh, God. That would not shock me if he did. But if he does show up, oh, my God. It wouldn't surprise me if he did show up. But, yeah. But here we go. And plus, I wouldn't mind seeing Kenny be champion. I wouldn't mind if he was champion again before he hangs up the boot. But you know what? We haven't seen. What? We didn't see the Young Bucks tonight. We haven't seen the Young Bucks tonight. We haven't seen Swerve. But I get to see my guy Orange Cassidy. I did get to see a vignette of my ladies, the Brawling Birds. Because I have a feeling. Well, they're running in the stands, so MJF trying to run away, but they're going in the stands, and oh my God, look at this! I just can't believe this is actual beach. They're fighting on the grass. Yes, we haven't seen Edge and Christian, or we haven't seen the Dogs or the Bang Bang Gang. It's kind of crazy that they're fighting on an actual beach, and even compare that to when Pac and Darby Allin had to fight on an actual golf course. That was really insane. That was insane. Because I'll never forget the Fairway to Hell. It was so fun being on a golf course. Yeah, I think some of it's going to be safe for collision because, like I said, what's MJF doing? He's moving the fans out the way. He's trying to hit Kenny. What's he doing? Oh, Lordy. He just loves the attention. He just loves the flattery. He loves the attention, but mostly flattery. And you see, I said it twice. Yeah, they went viral on the golf course, which is insane. Oh, looks like Kenny Omega rubbed MJF through those chairs. I hope they fix those chairs for those people that were sitting. Oh boy. Well, good way to end Beach Break. Hey, well, Jeffrey, he does get cheered too, because I have noticed that when I go to a few Dynamites at pay-per-views, he does get cheered. But I think some people want Kenny to win. I think mostly everybody in the chat wants Kenny to win. Which I don't have a problem with. I like Kenny Omega. I would have never known of Kenny Omega if it wasn't for Chris Jericho. Because that's why Chris Jericho is one of my favorite wrestlers. Because if it wasn't for Chris, I would have never heard about Kenny Omega. Seriously. Kenny bringing back MJF. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be mad if MJF loses. Just let that man enjoy his honeymoon. Just let him enjoy his honeymoon for a couple weeks. But it's gonna be very interesting how this is gonna play out. Because why do I feel like it's not gonna be one-on-one between the referee, but MJF blocking the referee, attacking? Because I have this feeling I miss a little bit of the bubbly. Oh yeah, when he was the first AEW World Champion. But you know what? I feel like it's not going to be Ospreay versus Swerve because I feel like there's a lot of moving parts to this. I feel like there's a lot of moving parts because you could insert Kenny and Will, then you throw in MJF, then you throw in Swerve. Because like I said, Swerve and MJF never met one-on-one. They never had a match one-on-one. Which actually, that could be a good match to have at Wembley. And I would give MJF some side quests to do. Yes, Jeff Merling, I mean, this is every week on Dynamite. It's going to go on an overrun. I'm used to it being on overrun. I'm used to it being on overrun. So, you get to hang with me for the main event. Kenny Omega, MJF for the AEW World Title. If Kenny loses, he cannot compete for the AEW World Title ever again. But I said to myself, it would be funny if Hangman came out of nowhere. That would be hilarious. And I think with the fact Collision, I believe, is going to be in Virginia this weekend. And Hangman doesn't live that far. Not a coincidence, but I'm just throwing it out there. And of course, MJF's doing push-ups. Well, MJF stalking Kenny Omega. Scratch to the back. See, I'm happy. I just love the scenery. I just love the scenery of the beach. Use some of the stuff from the beach. Make it intriguing and exciting. Where's Kenny? If Kenny was smart. Yeah, right? I'm pretty sure Kenny's a smart man. What's Kenny doing right here? Oh my goodness. Off the high chair. It looked like he hasn't broken a sweat. And it's crazy. He had a serious... There's a lot of things. That would be fun. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but Bosa, that would have been too easy if they threw it in the pool, because then you have to add in an element to make it more memorable. And And I think that's where you could throw Hangman into it. Well, I mean, I don't know with Willow because I'm just saying, if she wasn't injured, she could have been 2 belts, which that would have been fine. Because I think she would have been the first. She would have been the first female to hold both the TBS and the AEW women's title, which I wouldn't be mad at. But we shall see. But I do have my theory that I think Willow's gonna get some help from the Brawling Birds. But by my gals, the Brawling Birds. And also with the fact too, Willow can actually seek out Jamie Hayter. Because Jamie Hayter did something that Mercedes has not done yet, and that is be AEW Women's Champion. I mean, obviously Chris Statlander, because Chris Statlander beat Mercedes. But with Jamie Hayter, she is a former AEW Women's Champion, and she took Mercedes to the limit. Granted, I would say I'm still salty from last year, but that's a different conversation. But that's a theory that I had. I just have all this wrapped up in my head. It's just, oh my God. Both men are down. Both men are down. Who is going to walk away as AEW World Champion? Question is, what's going to happen with Redemption? That's going to be something. I don't know, Bose. That's going to be interesting because today is July 8th. It's July 8th. And Redemption's the 26th. So I think we'll get a few matches in. Jeff Betterling, I think Will Ospreay's probably watching this match. Because he did talk about Kenny Omega earlier tonight. And then he got into a backstage brawl with MJF. It is a good match so far. And yes, Boza, only one match has been confirmed for Redemption. It's Willow Nightingale taking on Tekla. MJF's trying to end this thing. He's trying to pull off every trick in the book with Kenny. If he can quick kick out by Kenny. Oh, and July 26th is Maya World's birthday. So that is pretty awesome. But before I forget, I'm happy to spend time with all of you for AEW Dynamite Beach Break. You got your suntan, your sunglasses, your sunblock, your cocktails, everything out because we have our main event. We have MJF, Kenny Omega for the AEW World Heavyweight title. This is pretty much like a mini pay-per-view. And this is free TV. This is free TV. Oh, look, and it looks like MJF, he's on the announcer's table. Whew. I'm trying to stay awake. I don't want to be sleepy in this match. What's MJF going to do here? I guess he's trying to tombstone Kenny on the announcer's table. What's Kenny going to do here? Oh! Oh my God! MJF got drilled through that announcer's table. Oh, it's not funny, but oh my God. Ooh. Well, Boza, it depends. If they block it from 8 to 10:30, that would be extra money. And plus, I don't know the checks or balances with that. Well, we're in picture. I can't believe you went through that. Oh man. Like I said, this is like a pay-per-view, but you're getting it with free TV. It's funny. I'm trying not to laugh, but it's just the way that it was said. It was pretty funny. Well, don't pay 30. However, if you do order through HBO Max, at least it's not $39.99. I'm just saying, if you order through HBO Max, man, MJF took it like a champ. And Kenny Omega is dousing himself with cold water. He's dousing MJF with cold water. He's telling him to wake up. But thank you all for having me for Timeless Elite Wednesday. You deserve that. Oh man. Kenny's just dousing himself into cold water, which I don't have a problem with. And it's crazy that last year he was having issues with his abdominal. And now it looks like he hasn't skipped a beat at all. I know. Well, that's true, definitely. But like I said, you can also watch pay-per-views through HBO Max. And if you're an HBO Max subscriber, you have to pay $39.99 for watch a pay-per-view. But I understand your point because I think mostly it's $50 on YouTube, Amazon Prime, and even on regular cable pay-per-view. Okay, so we're back with Beach Break with our main event. We have the AEW World Title. We have MJF taking on Kenny Omega, and the announcer's desk is destroyed. Yeah, the announcer's desk is definitely destroyed. Kenny wants to end this. Let me see. MJF trying to butcher Kenny's face, but broke it up really quick. Like I said, if they even play Hangman's music, or if he shows up, I don't even know what to believe anymore. I don't even know. Pretty much, this is Kenny Omega's make it or break it moment. Because if he loses, he can't challenge for the AEW World Title. But it's going to be very interesting. But it's going to be interesting what the how the other storylines play out. Like, where's MJF going to do? How they're going to fit Swerve? He's planning to do a tombstone outside the ring to Kenny. Oh, head on the stuff in the steel chair. Oh my god, that has to hurt. That has to really, really hurt. Oh, and MJF, you can feel it. He's feeling his thigh end. His thigh that's been bothering him for the last couple of weeks. MJF trying to end this. Ooh, and you can tell MJF, he's feeling it. He's feeling it on his leg. He is feeling it. Kenny may have a chance. Because I did think Kenny was going to win. But I think Kenny may have a chance. Ooh, I guess MJF can't hold it on. But can Kenny Omega do it? I think almost everybody in the chat wants Kenny to win. Even me. I would like to see Kenny Omega. Ooh, German suplex. If he hits a one-winged angel. I think everybody in the chat wants Kenny to win. Trigger. If he hits the one-winged angel. Let's see. What's Kenny doing here? What's he doing? Are they trying to do the electric chair off the top rope? Ooh, that was a nice hurricanrana MJF did, but of course, I don't want to laugh. I don't want to laugh at it, but it's just the way that he was grabbing his leg was pretty funny. I don't want to laugh. Is that it? Quick kick out by Kenny. Kenny doesn't want to give up. Kenny does not want to give up. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of like this is a pay-per-view. This is like a free pay. This is like pay-per-view with free table. Why couldn't they air this at Redemption? Nothing against this, but I'm just saying they could have aired this at Redemption, and we would have been set for all in Wembley Stadium. But I guess because they got to keep Dynamite hot, and they got to keep it for briefcase. For I guess they got to keep it brief, and also with the fact too, got to keep it hot. Even though sometimes I scratch my head on some of the decisions, but okay. Unless MJF has an AEW World Title. I said this: if Hangman shows up, I don't even know what to believe anymore. But it would be funny if he did show up. It would just be hilarious. MJF has the AEW World Title. And the referee's taking the belt. Oh, and look, he has his trusty diamond ring. Who's that? Will Ospreay? I mean, I know that's Will Ospreay and all. Well, I wanted to be Hangman. Will Ospreay? He took that ring. I wanted it to be Hangman. Because that would have been funny if it was Hangman. And Kenny was like, nah, I'm not going to do this. Oh, come on, Kenny. You know you want to hit him with that belt. You know you want to. I guess Kenny, low blow. Hit in the face. Will Ospreay. I'm like, Will Ospreay, this is all you. Will Ospreay, this is all your fault. Quick kick out by Kenny Omega. I'm gonna tell you something. I know we had Will Ospreay come out. I know I keep saying Hangman, but it would have been funny if Hangman showed up like out of nowhere and MJF saw a ghost. Well, Will Ospreay's running back to the. Will Ospreay's running to the back. Run to the back, girl. Will Ospreay, run! Watch it backstage. Kenny wants that belt more than anything. Will, go to the back. Can Kenny do it? Can he do it? Another trigger again. Is he going to go for trigger number 3? Is he going to go for another trigger? Or is he going to go with the one-winged angel? He's got another trigger. That's 3 triggers. One-winged angel. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Omega. He is the champion. And look at all the fans. Everybody in the stands. He is your new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. If this is the way to end Beach Break and get you pumped up for Wembley Stadium, then this is how it's going to be. Wow. And thank God I will be on WWT on Friday. Oh my God. Kenny Omega is a two-time AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations to Kenny Omega doing the impossible. Wow. We are one step closer to Wembley Stadium. But you would think it would be Kenny and Will, but I don't think it's going to be that. I think there's going to be a lot of curves and a lot of segues going into this because, like I said, we haven't seen Hangman. We have not seen Swerve. We have not seen Samoa Joe. So there's going to be a lot of angles and Swerve. I know they say all in London, but we do have redemption happening. That's why I'm very curious on, like, as I said, Hangman, Swerve, Samoa Joe. I would not be shocked if the match stayed intact, but congratulations again to Kenny Omega being your AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Oh my goodness. Yes. MJF, go enjoy your honeymoon. Enjoy your honeymoon. Enjoy your well-needed rest because you're going to need it. Wow. What a way to end Beach Break. What a way to end Beach Break. Wow. This was more like a pay-per-view than it was TV. I don't even know what to believe, but definitely fun. And yes, Boza, I will be on WWT Live on Friday. I will be back on Friday to give a quick rundown. We have a new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And I don't think the members in kayfabe, they will be talking about this, but I don't think they'll get much into detail. But definitely MJF, heal the leg up because you're going to be needed at Wembley Stadium. It's true. You're going to need that jerk at Wembley Stadium. But that wraps up Beach Break. We've seen a lot of returns, a lot of shockers. I mean, I just can't believe we have 2 new champions. I just can't believe we have 2 new champions crowned tonight. We have a new AEW International Champion with Kyle Fletcher. And we have a new AEW World Heavyweight Champion in Kenny Omega. That is insane. Got the I don't know about the script on some things. I have some theories in there, but we're just getting started. And we only have one match added for Collision this weekend. Well, obviously with Kyle, because Takeshi's going to be competing at the G1 Climax in a couple of weeks, and Takeshi will get his title back. But yeah, we have 2 title changes. Jack Perry re-signed with AEW. Willow Nightingale came back, and she'll be facing off against Tekla at Redemption. And it looks like Mercedes is aligning with the Divine Dominion, but I think Willow's gonna need some help. Some ladies that can brawl with the Divine Dominion. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm dropping the little hints. Willow's gonna need some help with the Divine Dominions because they need to get brawled out first. And there's some birds that are going to be scorching them, if you know what I mean. That wraps up AEW Dynamite. I don't think you want to use them yet, but hey. Well, I mean, both is going to be interesting because I was very surprised that the Divine Dominion attacked Julia Hart and Sky Blue. So I think it's kind of like a pivot, but they will save the birds for AEW All In. They will save the birds. But that wraps up with me. It has been a fun, solid show. I did do a quick post show, but whew, it was crazy. And I think I may be doing some reactions between tonight and tomorrow. But you guys know where to find me. You can follow me on @Courtney and J11 because I will have some content happening. Please make sure to check out my interviews that I dropped from 80s Wrestling Con. I have Bronwyn Billington, the daughter of the Dynamite Kid. I also have my interview with Dave LaGreca from Busted Open, and also my interview with Shotzi from MLW when they came to Philadelphia. So that's really fun. Also, I will be at Fight Factory Wrestling next Tuesday, covering media for them. So I'm very excited. And yes, Jeffrey, it's time to take a nap. Very excited for that. Also, make sure to follow ISPW because they have a lot of stuff happening in the coming weeks. I mean, you know where to find me every Wednesday for Timeless Elite Wednesday. Don't listen to what Seth has to say. It is Timeless Elite Wednesdays with me because when I pull off, they know that the Timeless Elite will deliver. Also, make sure to catch me tomorrow because we will be switching gears to TNA. We'll continuing coverage for the Knockouts TV Championship. We got some good matches, and we're going to be doing a mini watch-along for the next couple weeks. So we'll find out who is going, well, pretty much leading up to who is the inaugural Knockouts TV champion. So you can catch me tomorrow for TNA. Also, my siblings on the K-Pay podcast, because we will be talking TNA, and we'll also be dishing out some tea from Dark Side of the Ring regarding TNA, because there's a lot I need to do. But yeah, she needs to get on Tekla. Tekla needs to get on commentary, because I heard she was funny. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Eddie Foster, Boza, Jeffrey, Jeff Metterling, everybody in the chat. You guys definitely are so fun because, like I said, I know many people don't watch AEW. It's not their cup of tea, but I'm happy you guys stick with me since I started these watch-alongs because I know some people are not very interested, but I always try to make it fun and interesting because there's a lot of good stuff on AEW. Of course, I gotta support some special peeps on AEW because I love them dearly. And as Professor said, I always have a story to tell with each and every one of them. So I'm very excited. Make sure to check out the rest of the people for WWT because we're just doing amazing things. Very happy for each and every one of them. Even though he tries to take over my days on Wednesdays, but okay. But they are doing amazing things on the ground, doing work, just supporting WWT as much as possible. But make sure to support the Women's Wrestling Archive. We definitely want all your help. We cannot do this without you. So I appreciate all of you for hanging with me for 2 hours. I mean, I'm still processing that we have a new AEW World Champion. Still processing. But the road to Wembley Stadium just keeps getting more interesting by the minute. But thank you all, because I am signing out from the beach for beach break, and I'm ready to take a nap. And thank you all for supporting Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. You better have a great evening, and I'll see you here tomorrow.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.